Hey, I'm Jae Seo. I am a post-production sound designer and a freelance composer who's currently living in New York. I am originally from South Korea, and it is my 9th year living in the city. Well, naturally, I started studying music at a young age. While I was in Korea, I was sent to a piano school, and it's a nice way to kill time for parents so they don't have to take care of their kids all the time. But then I got there first grade, and for some reason, it was like a habit that I built that I kind of constantly revisited that. Started to really like it as a hobby. I don't think I really have like a wonder-struck story where I knew it, that this was what I wanted to do. I wish I had one, but also that makes me kind of consistent with my relationship with what I do. I do find it something that I can always go back to, very relaxing. And it was the one thing that I was not bad at, and I was kind of lucky to be able to meet the right teachers, and a supportive family was behind me. My first music institute journey started in New York when I went here for undergrad, and I started writing music more in the classical genre. I have to tell you, the whole huge part of the program is very music education focused also. So a lot of people do end up go towards their masters or their doctorates, so they could be able to teach music theory, music history as well. Technically, classical music is kind of dead. It's a museum if you really think about it. So it was a very academic environment, which I had a moment that I wanted to teach at one point, but then I had this opportunity to study film scoring actually, and that's how I made my shift from more in the music education side to more commercial music writing, and that's how I started my master's at New York University. Ever since then, my music writing journey has been more in writing music for multimedia stuffs, for example, like short films, documentaries, or video games. One thing that I really enjoyed working in a multimedia field was that it was very cross-disciplinary. It was a time that I would actually get to meet people outside of my music boundaries. And before coming into film school, I didn't even know what the role of a producer is, like the people who work with budget. And that's the point that I really realized, wait, I was really kind of stuck in that whale all the time, kind of just thinking about music all the time. And that opened up my eye a lot. One thing that really inspired me to get into post-production was this class that I took, and it's post-production sound editing. And one of the recent post-production work was being part of a film production, and I took part as a Foley artist. Artist is definitely a big word, but it was mostly recording and editing sound effects that were used for the film. And what we did was a team of 5 Foley artists went to Northvale, New Jersey, where we have the studio area. And yeah, we made sound effects for that. A lot of cleaning dialogues, a lot of sounds that were happening in the city actually, because if you're walking in New York City, there's constantly sounds. And this film, Asian Persuasion, is a title, took place in New York City, therefore sirens all the time, car honks, and our job was to more edit those out and to make it more deliverable to the audience. First of all, I do think this is one way that I do communicate with the world, and it's the language that allows me to communicate. Always hassling with language all the time, living in a foreign country, like having that language does mean a lot. It's an accomplishment, but also it's always like that home where I could go and take a rest and feel relaxed. And yeah. Hey, my name is Jay, and that was my story. Thank you for listening. Mic 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey, that should be a blooper. Wait.